solid material forms. Underlying all these appearances is a luminosity, the light of reality. And if one can recognize that and merge with it, one reaches the absolute level of Dharmakaya.
Word, bro. I've been reading this shit. That's why my fault.
Reading what though?
I've been tapping into shamanism and that whole culture, bro.
Shamanism, no doubt, I've heard. Well, let's build in. Like, what's the knowledge? Like, what's the wisdom?
Basically, bro, it's like an ancient belief system. And they say somebody could be so in tune, they can talk to spirits, God's souls in the afterlife, and on some occasions, manipulate time and space.
Manipulate time and space.
Word up.
That's interesting, God, because it's kind of similar to the Taoist traditions, you know, like the Eightfold Path, where, you know, self-mastery is necessary in order to manifest things in real time and change the outcome of your own life and manifest your own destiny.
Manifest your own destiny. Yo, I feel that, God, but remember, as the pattern becomes more subtle and intricate, being swept along is no longer enough.
Word.
I'm gonna holler at you.
Trying to make ends meet till I meet mine. Reach high, never met a man that could defeat time. Speak wise, you develop fast when you beat odds. Be bold, don't forever be your weak kind. They say youth is excuse for the ignorance. Half of you was 80 years, other half delirious. Traveling land to expand on the pieces of my man. Understand that it's more than what it really is. Remember having conversations with a Philly kid. Told me he could never tell a soul what he really did. Ashes to ashes, smuggling ratchets, brothers in caskets. Crime was just another for passion. Back then when he matched black with the Mac rims, Mac 10, still feel bad for assassins. Good angel to a dark cut assassin. From a chalkboard to a boy in a Max pen. He was my cousin who was caught by undercovers fucking with them young girls. He ain't even use a rubber. Nasty motherfucker. Word is even worth one. Left shorty in a pillowcase smothered. Parents met young, so I suffer. I still wonder on the struggle for the blacks to love each other. Pride of a giant, sneaky and defiant. Deceived in the era where the needles kill lions.
Following death, a dying person's consciousness becomes progressively more and more detached from the external world and from the body until it is completely concentrated within, and there is an experience of a sense of internal glow or luminosity. This is called the bardo of the moment before death.
Hurdles and misery burden my early memory. My sensory was loaded with envy, jokers and enemies. Hard to seize for the dark MCs. You're my squad elite peak. Your talk is cheap and your jargon weak. Beat the mark of beats unauthorized. My 45 guys fortified, swore to rise. Though they slaughter mine, we immortalized. Was born in times where they water lies. Morphin' minds, daughters cry. Order run demise when my aura dies. Know who's invincible, trying to stay out of institute. Dodging missiles too. Niggas watching move like an interview. I'm like a bitch that lives it into you. Fuck off your minuscule miniature. Pistol is oozing the empty. Metal blemishes coming from rebels with no benefits. Young miscreants, been at risk, live a ditch. And my exodus leading to where the exit is. Trying to take yours, so eventually I'm blessed to give. Crowd grow retarded, dart from a special pen. Black sun.
Here's how it works, Slime Ball. I have questions, and if you have answers, I'll leave you alone.
Walk around town with the pound strapped down. That's because he's really mad while in Bucktown. It gets mad deep in the streets. When you gotta watch your back for beefs, enemies, even your peeps. Nowadays it ain't the drug game, cause we love fame, fuck pain, brain stuck in the mundane. Enough shame, tough rain, but die do or die. Cause I never rain, never will. Walk around town with the pound strapped down. That's because it's really mad while in Bucktown. Gets mad deep in the streets. When you gotta watch your back for beefs, enemies, even your peeps. Nowadays it ain't the drug game, cause we love fame, fuck pain, brain stuck in the mundane. Enough shame, tough rain, but die do or die. Cause I never ran, never will. Never ran, never will. Black Sun Tzu. Fuck out here.
Oh, I got plenty of answers. 38 caliber answers.
Yeah. Black Sun Tzu. Whoa. Sharp nigga, I'm sharp nigga. Right. It's like Hey yo, my mother called, been killing me just to laugh today. My brother used to ball, I never thought he would pass away. God, why you take the ones you put the most work into? Demons get mercy, kill my son so purposeful. I'm alive, I assume I'm nothing but a circus tool. Trying to heal the wound from the womb like a surgeon do. Caterpillar in the cat coon, trying to catapult. That's a joke, black and folks saying I ain't active though. Explode ferociously, I was the dopest since out the ovaries. Family seen it when they was holding me. My depression trips when the solar system is cold degrees. Mood change like the colors of summers and autumn leaves. Give a fuck about my street tales, heard the real. Half you niggas claim you clapping gattis at your church is still. I've been a hermit trying to figure out my work and bills. Hard to fuck my lady cause my dick ain't really up the thrill. Why? I said hard to fuck my lady cause my dick
The
ain't really up
elegant
the
and
thrill.
elusive movements of the crane, as once observed by the ancient Chinese, were imitated and combined with the tiger's fierce attack in combat.
Yo, reminiscing over music notes, grasping the ashes of my dad, no casket or a funeral. Angelic digits, 111 be the numeral. Truly woke, motivation fading as I'm losing hope. Trauma waves on my shoulder blades, always holding pain. Remember days frolicking outside when I go and play. Step into my crib, mother's band rolling up a J, while my mama crying in the corner with a swollen face. Torment in my soul from those horrid days. Walking through a maze, blindfolded, following my brain. Psychedelic Reiki, levitating to a higher plane. Lacking sleep, having nightmares while I'm wide awake. Standing on the edge of heaven and hell, with stats telling us we destined to be dead or in jail. Descendant of original sin, beginning to fail. I'm falling victim to the system on my senator's bill, for real. I'm falling victim to the system on my senator's bill, for real.
The difficulty of tactical maneuvering consists in turning the devious into the direct and misfortune into gain. Maneuvering with an army is advantageous, with an undisciplined multitude, most dangerous. If you set a fully equipped army in march in order to snatch an advantage, the chances are that you will be too late.
Man, everybody, I want to welcome y'all for episode 124 of Let's Get Activated podcast. You know, this is about to be a real episode of some fire hip hop tonight. We are streaming live right now on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch. We're also on the Tattoo Shop Radio, Cuzzo FM, Culture Shock Radio, and Waptor Music FM. This is my honor and my pleasure tonight to introduce to you Joaquin the Divine.
Peace. How y'all doing, son?
Man, feeling good. How are you?
I'm feeling good today. You know what I'm saying?
Man, no, you're welcome. You know, I had to, definitely started off, man, with just, some incredible work, by you. You know, we also see, Javi Darko in the building. Do you kind of want to let us know about like the premise and the creation behind both of those fire tracks?
I mean, those two tracks was older joints when I was working on this album called Operation Black Sun Zoo.
Mm-hmm.
It was an album to the late MF Doom. And I don't know, it was like a dark album kinda where I got kind of real personal with a lot of stuff I was going through in my life. So those two songs is just like that demonstration of that, you know what I'm saying? Just being vulnerable a little bit.
Definitely, I definitely appreciate that, and the storytelling. You can definitely, feel it. Like, definitely, you both did your thing. You as an artist, I know you probably heard this before, but you being 23 years old and delivering like you do in the storytelling, it's really amazing. My hat's off.
Thank you, for real. Yeah, I mean, I take the rap and the writing shit like a real craft and art, and I've been kind of doing this a long time since I was 8 years old. You know what I'm saying? So it took me a while to get comfortable with how I do it and feeling like I was deserving to do it. So it means the most to hear that now.
You're more than welcome, and that's amazing. Starting at 8 years old, I was doing kind of some research. I kind of know that your father and your grandfather, they put you on to, great hip hop of the 80s and 90s, but amazing at 8. So, like, did you write your first song at 8?
Yeah, I wrote a lot of rhymes at 8. I got like like the classic hip hop story. I used to dance a lot with my friends to rap shit. We used to bang on the lunch tables.
Mm-hmm.
Our first little rap. So yeah, A lot of stuff that happened around that age. I started my first clothing brands at 8 years old. I was selling my first merchandise, so I've kind of always been into the same stuff. You know what I mean?
Wow. So we definitely got to include, serial entrepreneur, up into your resume too.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of different stuff when I was younger, making hats, making chains for people, all of that. You know.
Wow. What inspired that? Was it just like you just being a natural creative?
Yeah, I mean, growing up and trying to be fly, make the next cool thing. So amongst me and my friends, we was always trying to stand out and make something cool. So we started with hats, then we would make chains, and then we had a little rap group everybody kind of wanted to do. We was always just about like creating something unique and trying to be as unique as we can without being fake. So it was just in us early. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely, most definitely. Look, we got Coach the God in the building here, too. Definitely, salute to him. He definitely put me on to you and your work as well.
Yeah, that's my guy. I met Coach through Instagram. I mean, I seen him at the first, the second Supply and Demand rap event. It was like,
Mm-hmm.
and he tapped in right after that video you played in me and Hive, and he seen the vision without us even having to exchange too many words. He just understood it through the energy of the music. So that's my guy. He believed in us 100%.
Wow, that's a wonderful thing. And he did some great, director work too.
Yeah. Nah, Coach helped us put a lot of things in order. You know what I mean? We kind of had a vision, but he helped us kind of, you know, this the way you do it. So I appreciate that.
Definitely. And he kind of put me on to something. He was telling me that you were a D1 basketball player and also got, a full ride into a D1 school. Is that correct?
Yeah. I had like a little package deal situation. So I was supposed to go to a D2 school for a year. Then I was going to go play at Bucknell or Boston University. And yeah, I just kind of fell out of love with it, but that was a possibility at the time, definitely.
Wow. And when you were doing that, were you still combining that with music?
Yeah, I was trying to, and then for what I seen for myself with music and art and what I wanted to do, I thought I needed to lock in a little bit more, and that's kind of why I put it down. But I was trying to do it, yeah.
Got you. But you're still doing your thing, definitely, with the music, we have, this is kind of amazing today because, you dropped the album today on the same day as the podcast. That's crazy.
Yeah, and there were plans, so this shit was just crazy. But yep, definitely.
Yep.
Me and Javi collab album today.
Yes, it's a great album. I was able to get the exclusive, Fear and Loathing in Long Island. Very dope project. We got to start off with the incredible, cover art here. Who did that? What was the premise behind that?
So me and Jav do a lot of research on certain ideas and concepts we have. Um, the creator of the original artwork for Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, Ralph,
Mm-hmm.
he had a student that he taught how to kind of do his style or whatever. So we reached out to him. You know what I mean? So we reached out to him, and he actually did our artwork for us, and we was able to kind of really bring that concept full circle with that. But yeah, we're big fans of the book and that movie by Hunter S. Thompson, Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Wow. And there's a nice storyline to it. You were kind of, when you posted it today, what's kind of the plot behind it? Because I know it's like a story plot.
Yeah, it's basically, to keep it simple, it's like two mad scientists who go on their own little adventure of self discovery and reflection, and kind of they're trying to escape America's corruption and shit like that, and politics through satire and rhymes and conversations, and I don't know, it's a whole journey, and we talk about the drugs and shit we did growing up, and and how it made us who we are today. So it's a lot of realism in it. Some of it is just for shock value, but it's a lot of real, to tell a story.
Definitely. Well, I think what we're going to do something, special. We're going to do like a song for song breakdown. That way people, they know they're in for a treat. So, we might as well start with the intro. So what kind of was the creative process behind that?
With the intro, we was trying to pay homage to the Cuba Links album with Ghost and Ray when they had that conversation in the beginning. We always thought that was real cool, and we kind of wanted to bring that energy to people. For the people who don't know, because I got fans who like 15, 16, so they may not have heard nothing like that. And to the people who do know, you know, it's a full circle moment for them to be like, wow, they actually in tune and know what they paying homage to.
Got you. And then number 2, we go into Bat County.
Bat County, yeah. Bat County was one of them records where we was driving to the studio to record other stuff that day, but we heard that beat, and we kind of wrote the song 30 minutes before we got to the studio, just going back and forth with verses. And I don't know, me and Hav just sometimes be on the same page at weird times, and everything sounds real, like, you know, like we planned everything, but sometimes it's just a vibe we get. And that's what Bat County is. It's not even too conceptual with that one. It's just straightforward.
Got you. And before we get into the next one, because I know we're talking about, you know, Javi Darko, everybody, you know, be sure to follow him, you know, as well. You know, he's definitely another dope artist. You know, you definitely got to tap in with him. But so how did you two like meet before we continue on with the album? Because you guys mesh like incredibly well together.
So me and Javi met when I moved from Brooklyn back to Long Island. And I went to this school called Nassau Community for a little while. He was a rapper on campus, and I was a rapper, and everybody said we were similar. At that point in time, like, I never met nobody around my age who could kind of rap with me and keep up. So I was like, hell no. You know, so we met on some wild style shit. It was like he had a group of friends, I had a group, and then we all kind of like met in the hallway one day before class. And then I dapped him up, and he was just like, yo, rap. I'm like, all right. So I started rapping, and then everybody was going crazy. They was like, damn, But then Javi started rapping. And I always say, like, this was like one of the first times I got my ass kicked, because like went crazy, you know what I'm saying? Javi, he come from an element where he was really battle rapping a lot. So he said some shit that I wasn't even ready for, and it was crazy. I was mad, but we became mad close after that. You know what I'm saying?
That's dope. You guys are a great match together. Everybody got to follow, you know, on IG at Javi Darko _ everybody. I just wanted to put that out there, how to give him his props, you know, since he's a part of this, you know, great album too.
Oh. Javi got a crazy story. He got a lot to say, a lot of insight, and a lot of, you know, he's just a crazy writer. One of the craziest writers I ever heard in my life. And I listen to a lot of rap. So, you know, it's something to say for that.
Definitely for sure. And then we have number three, goes to Gilgo Beach.
Yeah. Now this track was a little bit more conceptual, because Gilgo Beach on Long Island is one of them beaches known where serial killers bury bodies at and do crazy shit at. So you know, Javi was telling his stories about how he seen like body parts pop up by his grandfather's pharmacy. I told my stories of being in school one day, hearing about a dumpster that had a little kid's head in there from my school, you know what I mean? By MS-13 niggas chopping it up. So we kind of just wanted to give people the raw, you know, version of Long Island that you don't really get all the time from the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? People hear Long Island and think, you know, we in fucking Beverly Hills. So
right.
That.
Right. Had to be real with it. Right. So then we have number 4, Going Gonzo.
Yeah, Going Gonzo was another one of them joints where like the beat was knocking, and we kind of just fed off each other energy. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't too story driven. It was more like, say what you feeling or what you thinking. You know, keep to the concept of the album. Be dark, be eerie, but be real with it too. You know what I mean? And that was that. It was one of them joints too. We wrote a really good hook for, so it just knocks. It's good.
Definitely. We got number 5. We got Musket Leather.
Musket Leather. Now this joint was kind of my song at first. You know, I was kind of telling a little bit of my truths on this and getting real vulnerable. And yeah, I said some things I think I never really said in my rhymes before, even told to people in my life. So it was kind of crazy. And then, you know, Javi came on and did his thing, and it just worked. It sounded good, you know.
Got you. So would you say it was kind of a therapeutic track in a way?
Yeah, it was one of the more therapeutic ones for me too. and it was a different type of beat. Like, it was a beat I haven't really rapped over before, so I kind of challenged myself with it. And we called it Musket Leather because the journalist Hunter S. Thompson from Fear and Loathing, he was known to like play around with guns a lot. So, just called it Musket Leather, and that was that.
Gotcha. Number 6, we got Malibu Booze Binge.
So it's a club in Long Island called Malibu. You know what I'm saying? And I've been there like once or twice. Got fucked up a little bit, and I don't know. It sounded like a club. Like the beat kind of sounded like you in like a fight club on some Def Jam shit. So I was just like, yo, let's go with that vibe and just talk crazy. And it got one of the funniest skits on the album that a lot of people are enjoying right now. So, facts.
Yep, it does. It does. Then we got number 7. There's a lady in the woods.
So there's a lady in the that's a real story type shit. It's a little exaggerated, but for the most part, it's definitely real. Me and Hav took a trip. We walked through the woods one day. We seen this lady who was like putting faces on trees and shit, and we was like, what you doing? And we stopped to talk to her, and she told us like, yo, just look for these faces all around the woods today. And we was like, what? We walked away from her for like 2 seconds, turned around, and she was gone. We didn't know if we was both that clapped or like real or not. So yeah, that happened. And we was been bugging about it ever since. We still don't know if that shit was real or not, but it was dope.
Wow. It probably was if you both saw. Maybe if one of you just saw her, would have been like, but you both saw her. So, I mean, there's a lot of things in this world. So I believe it.
That shit was crazy, yup.
That is real crazy. So then we got number 8, the Bayou.
The Bayou, yeah. This one was another one of them joints. The beat felt good. It sounded good with the atmosphere of the album. The instruments was knocking right. And me and Javi get competitive. So I heard his verse, and then I said, I gotta outdo him. And we kind of just, made a song and threw a hook on it, and it just worked. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha. Number 9, we got Sunshine Acid.
Sunshine Acid. So in the movie, I think it was Raoul Duke. It was or Hunter S. Thompson. One of them. They was just talking about this crazy acid. It's like the most potent one. Me and Javi dibbled and dabbled in that shit before, but yeah, it was another beat that was knocking. We was like, yo, let's just get crazy and say the craziest shit we could think of over it, and give them that feel of like two niggas just bugging out. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear the skit before it, the dude sound kind of anxious and just turn the music on. That's how we felt when we heard the beat.
Got you. Makes a lot of sense. So then we got number 10, Raoul Duke's Commercial Break.
Yeah, so this was a dope little interlude. It was a nice beat. Every skit in the album, means something, or they saying something meaningful towards the plot. I don't want to give it up too much, but if you hear it, with everything going on in the album, you're going to really like this little segue. It's not too long, about 20, 30 seconds. It just, goes right into the next song.
Yeah, which the next song being, The Crazy Never Die.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite songs on the album. I had rewrote my verse like 2 or 3 times because I heard Javi shit. I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? The verse that y'all did here, I think was the first one I wrote, and he was telling me like just keep it on there. And it was kind of like Sunshine Acid. We wanted to just show people how bugged out we could be, but still give a lot of our real story in it. You know what I mean? And the beat sounded very like Kill Billish to me. So you hear me say this feel like a Tarantino flick in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was that song.
Yeah, I felt that. I'm a big Quentin Tarantino fan, so there you go. I caught it.
Yeah. It's hard.
Then we got number 12, Requiem of Delirium.
Yeah, so it's a film called Requiem for a Dream that I really like. It's a crazy film about this dude who has like a wild dream. He sees his girlfriend in it. And he goes through this wild trip. And throughout the album, we feel like the way we write him, since it's so like kind of bugged out at times, but for real, you don't really know when it's fake or when shit is real for real. And that's why you hear that skit in the beginning, and it tells you kind of like, you don't know when we're telling the truth or when it's just, just a dream or us just really expressing how we feel in the moment. So that was why we titled it that. And it's another song where we got really personal and deep on and told our truth.
Got you. And then number 13 ended, which this is my favorite track on the record, Unwavering Fear. That's my favorite one.
Honestly, this is probably like one of my favorites or my favorite song too, because how solemn it is, how real. It was no bullshit this time. It was us closing off the album with like, like this is who we are. You know what I'm saying? Like we proud of it. We don't always like the shit, but it is what it is. And I don't know. It just feel like that. It give you a homey feeling, but it still feel very like sad and like damn. You know what I mean? It sound like the ending to a movie, but like a tragedy almost. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Yeah, it does. A lot of feeling in it. That one caught me like, we get that song and it just grabs you. So that one, that's the one that got me.
Yeah, that's the one I hear back sometimes. I gotta turn it off a little bit because it make me feel a little too much too. Like damn, and that's in my opinion one of Javi's best verses he ever wrote. Like when he's talking about how he was in the hospital on the IV and how detail he got and how you could literally see everything he's saying. And shit was insane. You know what I mean? To be that young, how he is, and explain what he been through. Seeing death like that. So it was a crazy song, but I love it.
Definitely a very, powerful way to, end that album, and everybody, it's out everywhere on all platforms, it's out.
Yeah. Yeah. This album probably my most honest and proud work, I think, up until this point. It's probably my easiest digestible work, you know what I'm saying, especially with Hive too. It's just a good album for real. We put a lot of thought into it, so I love it.
You did very great. Are you thinking of like making some visuals for it too?
Yeah, we got about 2-3 visuals lined up right now. Some just dope freestyle content coming up. That's gonna look really nice. Not just your regular like rinky dink video, but something really dope. Kind of like how that classification video looked.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's gonna be nice. I definitely can't wait to see that. And you definitely got to keep pushing this. Like I said, I still cannot get over how it came out today of all days. That's wild.
Yeah, it just kind of happened like that too. It's crazy, but it's everything happened for a reason. So I'm glad it dropped like this.
That's true, and it's wild because we scheduled this with Coach. God, it had to be, man, the beginning of this year. So that's what makes it even more just insane. It's crazy.
Yeah, nah, it happened for a reason. It's dope.
Definitely, for sure. And I know you were kind of saying earlier, you're talking about you have like young fans too, like 15, 16-year-olds and things like that. And of course, being young fans, a lot of them, they might want to say, hey, I want to, get into the industry or whatnot. What would be your advice to them?
I would tell a lot of them, figure out what you really want to do with music. Do you want to just, you want to have fun? You want to make the shit that people going to turn up to? Really want to be the artist, and knowing how to discern from the two is going to really determine, I feel like, where you go with it. So if you want to be an artist, bro, that shit takes time. You got to study other crafts. You got to study other music. You gotta find who you are as a person to really put yourself in that music. But if you just want to have a good time and make your money, then that shit don't take too much thought. Get a good beat, find somebody that can write for you, or maybe how to write that type of shit already and do what you gonna do.
Good advice. Good advice. Kind of like being yourself, if you will.
Yeah. I don't knock nothing. I definitely would like for more young kids to take the artist route because I feel like it's a lot of self discovery there. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of meaning in it, and you'll gain a real appreciation for not only just whatever you do, but a lot of other things in life because you'll understand like good things or great things take time to make. You know what I'm saying? So, but
That's right. That's right. And I also want to, we got to talk about, you got Divine Records as well.
yeah.
That's dope.
I started that LLC kind of around the time when I met Hob when I was like 18, 19. We started that in college together. So this is where it's at now.
I like that. And I like also kind of the saying power to the culture as well.
Yeah. We just big on giving back and representing this shit the right way. Um, we don't want to be corny with it or make people feel like you can't do what you do with music, but we feel like it's a gap somewhere, and it's voices and it's stories that need to be told that ain't being told properly in hip hop right now. We feel like we do that and represent everybody in this culture the right way.
Definitely, kind of way of bridging that gap.
Yeah. I mean, it's familiar, but it's still fresh and new. You know, we get that all the time without even having to say it. So we definitely feel like we're doing our part, and it's only a matter of time before it goes to the next level. You know?
Definitely. And I know there's people that I'm sure they want to tap in with you, do collaborations, or even being, involved in Divine Records. So just for you, like what would make you interested in somebody to kind of, have them do a collaboration or just be under the record label?
Um, it would have to be like, what can you bring that we already don't, do it or think about? You know, can you do something on a laptop? Are you an editor? Are you a film guy? You know, or can you really rhyme it and bring something that we don't think we can do yet? You know, we always open to learning new shit and trying to expand the brand and our sound. So it's all those things, just being unique. You know what I'm saying? Because we still are looking for pieces and other things to make this label, more in house and move like a machine. So.
Amen to that. And I like how you mentioned film too, because I have a great like segue for you as well. Another thing that Coach dropped to me, what does this mean to you? Stay sharp.
Stay sharp. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it means like yo, just stay learning, bro. Just stay open to doing new things and being a better person. You know what I mean? Don't stay in your fucking box. You know what I'm saying? Go read a book, go outside, go in nature, go give back. Like all of that shit to me is just staying sharp and being on the money and just and moving like a young man. You know what I mean? I feel like a lot of young niggas think it's corny to kind of be smart, be brilliant, and still be like fly or whatever. So that's what that mean to me. You know what I mean?
Also, as another meaning, Coach kind of, dropped a little secret. He's shooting and directing a full feature film with this title.
Yeah. We trying to do something
Yeah.
dope like that. Like, yeah, shoot a little movie or something. That's crazy. He told you. Yeah, you want to do that.
Yeah. He told me, I guess he figured, you get activated and, sell it on here, I guess, which
Yeah,
is
nah,
great.
that's fire. But yeah, we trying to work on something dope like that. You know, that's why you see me and Hobby be kind of acting in the skits or do the little, stuff on the music videos. Just trying to bring that cinematic shit to life.
Got you. I feel that. Is now this a project? Would it be something that would be completed this year, or are we thinking more along the lines of next year?
Probably along the lines of next year, because writing, shooting, figuring out how we want to do it. It's still in this baby phase, but we gonna get that shit right. You know.
That's exciting. That's definitely exciting. And so, what else for the remaining of 2023? Aside from, I know we have the album that just dropped, we got the visuals, but what else can we expect from you like this year?
For me this year, I think, I really want to just push this album the right way. Focus on another Javi Darko project and my other artists and my other best friend on the label, KJ's Nito,
Mm-hmm.
Rome. Getting his album right and tight. And I might just, fade to black and just work on my skills in the background while I push this album and help them stay stuff. You know what I mean? I feel like I put out a lot of music in the last 2-3 years. I got a lot of content, a lot of things I could just make better and push and create for. So yeah, I might not, drop music for a little while.
Got you. But look, you're right. You definitely have an amazing collection of music already for people to already tap into. So you're right about that.
Yeah, we might have some dope label situations coming up. I don't know. I've heard people are interested in tapping in, so that might be something to look out for. I'm excited for. That's pretty dope.
That's definitely exciting. That's definitely, and just kind of with everything that you're doing, because I know with your age though, you're like a person that's wise beyond your years. I don't know if you ever thought about this, but what legacy does Jock King the Divine want to leave behind?
I think besides music, I know I think it's kind of clear what I want to do with that. I want to be like one of the greatest to ever do this shit, to write, to produce, to curate. But then also I want to leave behind like STEM programs for kids. You know what I mean? I want to build like stores like that, or like places where kids can come learn science, technology, math and shit like that. And like get into real estate, and that'll kind of be it for me. Make sure my kids is valid. Um, and I live a calm, under the radar life. I ain't really trying to be famous and shit. I just really want to be well off and make great shit. That's it.
Amen. Hey, it sounds good to me. You know what I'm saying? Still leaving a good, legacy without people all up in your face. You can definitely do that and just, like you said, give back to, the community.
Yeah, I'm big on that. I'm big on I want to see like kids that look like us get into other shit besides sports and music. Like engineering and stuff like that. I've thought about it lately too. Like maybe I could have tapped into other things like that, but I'm open to everything. I just want to see black kids do other shit now. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like the music and entertainment shit is becoming more the distraction than a way of expression and real creativity now.
That's true. There's definitely so many, things that people can be doing aside from, oh, I have to be in music. No, there's so many, gifts that people have. They just, are afraid to bring them out there.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't like the limiting thing. You know what I mean? The whole narrative of you either play ball or rap is fucking corny and it's not real.
Right.
That's a programming thing. You could do mad things at one time. The Asian community, them kids, they get into engineering early. They be fitness experts. They be spiritual, people. They be all type of things, and they still, are themselves and they cool. So I just feel like I want to see that in our kids.
Amen to that. I'm all about that too. Have you ever thought of maybe, starting like a mentorship program or just getting like-minded people together for that for kids?
Yeah, like little brother programs. I've thought about that too. Um, Maybe like some fundraiser thing or something for kids. Yeah, I want to do all of that. Just straight up give back. Maybe do tournaments or something. Do readings. Little library readings, but not make them like boring. Make them cool. Play the music for the kids. Let them come. Paint something or create a shirt while they read a book. Just something dope. Play some games and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. It's so many things that can be done. I might have to, when we get off the live, I might have to send you some information to two young, the two young brothers. They're 12 and 13. They're young and informed. They do a podcast and do a lot of great things. So I'm gonna have to definitely tap you into them.
I love to see that. That's crazy. 12 and 13. That's fire. Yeah.
Yeah, they were great. They were on the show like a few episodes ago, so I'll definitely make sure to tap you guys in with them. I think that would kind of be a good, just a good fit to get some things going.
Where they from?
They are from New York and Queens.
Oh,
Queens.
okay, word. Yeah, I'm right here, so I could definitely tap in with them and see what it is.
Definitely. So yep, that sounds good. Like, I'm all about the kids. So as soon as you said that, I'm like, well, I got something for you to get it started.
Nah, I love that. That's fire. So you do anything for the kids right now too, or you just want to see them do good right now?
I just want to see kids do great. Like me, I'm trying to, play my part as a role model, for kids, letting them know you can do, anything that you want without feeling like you have to, expose yourselves or lose yourself. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, being genuine. I'm a mother myself to two girls. I have a 20-year-old and an 11-year-old. But, even boys, I want to give back to both. So anything that I can do to help uplift them, that's what part of what our company is about as well. We want to definitely just uplift and, just, get these future generations involved in a good way.
Exactly. Yeah, definitely involved. Too much too much sitting around doing regular shit.
Definitely. You're right about that. And I'm telling you, I think if, a lot of us did more, we're just giving back to the kids, kind of listening to what they got to say and involving them, I think things would be a lot better.
Yeah, it's big on holding ourselves accountable. I don't I don't believe in no more no white man shit, nobody else doing nothing. It's a lot of black people just not doing their jobs or not taking education serious in the household. If we get back to that, I feel like a lot of shit would be better.
Definitely. And all of us supporting, each other more. You know what I mean? Giving back to our people more instead of it being such a competition.
Exactly.
That's definitely what it's about. Yeah. So if they want to tap into you, on this give back or anything, where can they find you?
Definitely could find me. I know you did a nice little header right there, but King the Divine on Instagram and Twitter. I got a website called jockkingthedivine.com if you guys want merchandise or vinyls. A lot of stuff sold out, but I think we got a few more of the last album left. And yeah, I really like when people tap in and we get to talk through the DMs about music or life and shit like that. That's my favorite way of kind of communicating, building with people. So my shit is always open for that, and that's where you can find me at.
Definitely, for sure. And everybody on the website, just want to let you know when you typing it in, there's one I that's out of it. You see, I just want, that's why I got it right on here, everybody. So do the divine without the extra I after the V, and then you're good.
That's crazy, but yeah, one I had to be out because somebody else supposedly bought the domain. I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I said, and then I said, well, I see what he had to do there. I get it. I see there. But, if you guys to make it easy for you guys, just go to Jock King the Divine on Instagram, and he has all of that in the bio as well.
Definitely. I got you guys. Yeah, this interview was super dope, though. Thank you.
Oh no, you're more than welcome. Definitely a pleasure. And we also gotta give props to at Coach the God, for making it happen as well.
Yeah, nah. Big shout outs to Coach. Son is a curator and mastermind, and you see the future in people, bro. He's a super dope dude, and we got mad close in just couple months, almost a year now. We started talking back in August, so yeah.
Wow, I would have thought it was longer, but that just shows how tight the connection is with you both.
Yeah, nah, it got close quick. I mean, he always tell me he see a lot of himself and me and shit, and vice versa. I feel like we just both two people who once we want to do something, we just gonna do it, and that's it. Ain't nobody about to tell us we can't or it's not gonna happen. So I admire that about him, and words just like mine's built. So
Amen to that. That's what it's about. I got to say too, this is definitely a pleasure, an honor, having you, thank you for, giving us, the community, a breath of fresh air too, not only within the music, but within the mindset as well. I definitely appreciate that.
thank you, nah, no doubt. You know what I mean? I'm just, I'm glad I get to do this and people get to care and hear about what I do. So it's a blessing both ways.
Most definitely, most definitely, and I think before we go, we should definitely we give them a little taste of the album. We could. How about want to close? We can close it out with that Unwavering Fear, since that's the last song on the album. We can give them a little taste. Then everything else they need to just stream, or better yet, how about you guys just buy it? How about that?
Definitely, yeah. I like. We could close it off with Unwavering Fear.
Definitely. You know what? Again, I want to thank you, Jock King the Divine, for blessing the stage. Everybody definitely be sure to follow. If you guys missed the live, you can definitely rewatch. It's on all platforms. I'm also dropping it on IG tonight too. So Jock King, I apologize for the notifications, because the notifications might be crazy, but it's just helping to get you out there. I want more people just to be tapped in. It's definitely great music, and you're doing a lot of great things. So I appreciate that.
Thank you, for real. I'm looking forward to it, honestly.
Hey, more than welcome. More than welcome. Well, everybody, we're going to close it out with Unwavering Fear. This was episode 124 of Let's Get Activated podcast. Be sure to follow at Jock King the Divine on Instagram. We're going to close it out, but, want to say let's go and peace and love.
Yeah. What? Unwavering fear. Straight days got me pacing, putting grays in my head. This for trying young men and your troublesome years. Through trials and tribulation comes unwavering fear. What? Unwavering fear. Straight days got me pacing, putting grays in my head. This for trying young men and your troublesome years. Through trials and tribulation comes unwavering fear. Lately I've been starving, to be honest, not the same since they laced my split. Chasing acceptance left me sinking, swimming and sinking shit. Cage bird dimension engulfed in this rage. Seen a nigga hold the gauge to my mother facing with all on my brain. Thoughts of a slave, caught from my lungs, drinking dirty shit. Molested in my youth, depression threw me to opiates. Cope with those the bitches, blind leading the blind. Thinking back to the time I got the facts, my brother would die. Can understand it, fam left me with issues, broken the band and using Xanax to escape off the edge of the ledge, stranded. My lady killed my baby, it makes me hate you so differently. Mistakes that teach you gratitude, while my father don't cherish me. Reflection, true my complexion reckons this life harder. Checks is never easy, depression is the path of an author. Chose to stray from comfort, sleep is the cousin of the reaper. The words of a preacher distort the ego. Unwavering fear. Straight days got me pacing, putting grays in my head. This for trying young men and your troublesome years. Through trials and tribulation comes unwavering fear. What? Unwavering fear. Straight days got me pacing, putting grays in my head. This for trying young men and your troublesome years. Through trials and tribulation comes unwavering fear.
I'm high driving on memory lane, images fade into my mirrors. I drift till I sway, crash in the whip. Disaster and dread, a hazardous kin, having the mints on my father all his hands in the crib. Shit, child woman by pharmaceutical politics, a product of abuse included in my environment. Long Island novelist, born in paranoia, destroying my innocence. Little niggas sniffing on opiates, hoping for an overdose, comatose, knowing that I'm on the other side. No God or fucking Holy Ghost, just darkness. Can't see myself but felt conscious. I'm dying. Heard grandmother yelling and crying. Finally I entered the void and came back. Veins strapped to the IV fluid and think back to the very moment that I almost ended it all. Trying to call death, but she never answered the phone. Whoa. Unwavering fear. Straight days got me pacing, putting grays in my head. This for trying young men into troublesome years. Through trials and tribulation comes unwavering fear. Unwavering fear. Straight days got me pacing, putting grays in my head. This for trying young men in your troublesome years. Through trials and tribulation comes unwavering fear.